So now you understood love is less hate, hate is less love. Now you understood something which is very important and significant than all these emotions, which is called witnessing. You got it? So something beyond love is there. Something beyond hate is there. Because love and hate happens in the plane of dynamic state. But if you are more superior, you will be in the static state, which is called conscious self. Write it down. This is my paper is all about. This will give you ultimate meaning to the life without dependency. In dynamic state, you are dependent. In static state, you are independent. In dynamic state, possibly positive slaveries. This is ultimate freedom. Got it? So in the static, self-perpetuated pristine thought, love and hate is happening within the self without having any dependency on anyone or anything. ഇതിലും ഈ ഇമോഷൻസ് സംഭവിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. ലവും ഹെയ്റ്റൊക്കെ ഇവിടെയും സംഭവിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും, ഇവിടെയും സംഭവിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. ഇവിടെ നമ്മളൊരാളിൽ ഡിപ്പെൻഡൻ്റ് ആണ് ഡൈനാമിക് സ്റ്റേറ്റിൽ. ഇറ്റ്സ് ഡ്യുവൽ, ഇറ്റ്സ് വൺ, ഇൻ്റഗ്രേറ്റഡ് വൺ. ഇവിടെ ലവും ഹെയ്റ്റും ഇമോഷൻസ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ട്, പക്ഷേ ഇറ്റ് ഹാപ്പൻസ് വിത്തിൻ യു, വിത്തിൻ യുവർ സെൽഫ്. ഈ ഡയമെൻഷൻ മിസ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഡൈനാമിക് സ്റ്റേറ്റിലുള്ള എല്ലാവരും ഡിപ്രസ്ഡ് ആവുന്നതും കൺഫ്യൂസ്ഡ് ആവുന്നതും. അവർക്ക് അതിൻ്റെ പോളർ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് അറിയില്ല. ഇഫ് യു ലേൺ ദിസ് തിയറി, യു കനോട്ട് ബി ഡൗൺ ആൻഡ് ലോ. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് എ ഷോർട്ട് സ്പാൻ ഓഫ് ലൈഫ്. യു ഡോണ്ട് ഹാവ് ടൈം ടു ബി ലോ ആൻഡ് ഡിപ്രസ്ഡ്. ഇറ്റ്സ് ടൈം ഫോർ യു ടു ബി എ ക്രിയേറ്റർ. If you really want to be a creator, you must know the science of the thought in this way. You find meaning here. Here love, hate, all emotions are flowing, but only you is there. Here two, here one. This synthesis, dual to one, is called synthesis of the mind. If you are in a static state of mind, if you wish for anything, it will manifest. Because thought is a matter. Matter can move things, compose things, and construct things. In the static process of mind, if you have a goal, you are not dual in that particular process. If you apply it, the entire matter around you will work for that materialization. It's kind of manifestation, which is not the so-called magical manifestation. It is thought theory. I achieved it. I thought it. I achieved it. What is it? I want to buy this car and I achieved it. I'm celebrating it. What is it? Knowingly or unknowingly, this process is happening. If something is processed in the dynamic state, it will not manifest because it's dual. Only with the conscious self process, you can manifest anything. That's why a man who is illiterate running an academy in Tamil Nadu, big colleges, he never went into any school. Why? See the contradictions around you. Somewhere down the line, the static mind is happening in him. So is the materialization, so is the manifestation. You got it? So if you go through the emotional intelligence path, the consequence is your wishes will be fulfilled, you will be more balanced, powerful, and extraordinary. Got it? So that is called meta trust process. If you are in the static state, whatever you think, nobody can stop it. Whatever you think, nobody can stop it. Suppose thousands of people are sitting in front of me and I have a particular conscious self-thought which is driven out of the static state of mind, and I say it, they will work for me. Because once that thing is happening, it will be aligned in the induced thought process. Very interesting topic. If you are in the static mind, if you are planning for a materialization, since you are not dual here, this thought will be automatically appended here as an induced thought process. Now you haven't contributed anything here. Look at the game. You were living it. You were living all these thoughts because which is composed by our forefathers. What is your contribution in this particular thing? And by using the self-thought process, by having the synthesis of the mind, you are contributing one particular thought here and you are connecting that thought with this. It's called a miracle. Elon Musk is giving you electrical vehicles and helping the world. What does it mean? He's contributing a thought here so that he's free here and we are follow here. We are following Elon Musk. Why? Because he contributed one thought in the line of induced thought process. Now he is friction free. Nobody will oppose him. Entire world will work for him. That is the ultimate result you are going to achieve if you are seriously pursuing AI in this way. Everybody wanted to be successful. Everybody wanted to be something. And if you gauge their lifespan, they are a LD clerk, they are doing this, that, still they are pursuing that dream because they don't know the science. Why very few people are getting this success? Not everyone. Because knowingly or unknowingly, this thought structure is happening in this way. Now, beyond love, hate, beyond all these little emotions, now you are getting into another realm of power and positions and materialization. That's why big people never care about little things like that. They are very busy with other things, not the little matters. Their servants are always busy with such thoughts. They are not. You get my point? So, this is the, after learning EI, the first application of EI is placing a particular thought of your own in the line of induced thought process, then only success will happen. വലിയ രീതിയിലും ചെയ്യും ചെറിയ. Now you are working in a company. There will be selected induced thought process in a company. If you are contributing something here, you got promotion, you became a board member, you earn much. In your family, by doing all this process, family selected 5 induced thought process and your family is functioning with that values. And the moment you contribute something here, you got freedom, you got power, you got movement. You can see anywhere, anything, and just observe, you will find this theory there. Now I am asking you what you have contributed in the world of induced thought process. If it is 0, if it is yes, that's the life. You got it? So I just teach you the emotional transitions with the process called psychosynthesis. Now you thought, okay, if without love, hate, what is life? Now I gave you another dimension of mind. And love, hate will be just another happening in your life. But being yourself consciously is a big deal. Once you be like that, your individuality will born, take birth, and to move it with freedom, contribute something here. Ambani gave everyone a telephone which worth only 600 rupees. See, he did an action. If you go behind the very particular action, you would understand that he's doing nothing but contributing a particular thought movement in the process of induced thought process without breaking its alliance. An intelligent man will work like that. Only a person who is having emotional intelligence can work like that. This is the meta process dealt with thought mechanism of human mind. It's a very complicated process, but I just confined it into an easy way and I gave you in a layman's language. Got my thought? I am what I am composing here. Just think like that. We are creating a particular thought and trying to place it in that line so that you and everyone will feel that we are going to transform universe. So it is getting aligned with your emotional realms. Otherwise, this will not be successful. Got it? We are applying it. So this is the meta world. The meta world is nothing but the world of thoughts. How you play with it. How you intelligently manage it with the static and dynamic process through the method of synthesis. That will give you success. Otherwise, you may get some bank balance, some engagement from 9 to 8, and you will be having the socialization which is defined by the society, nothing else. And even you achieve all this, your mind will tell you, this is not enough. Yet to live, I have to do something. Why? Because you never engineered your mind in this way. Got my point? So we have learned a beautiful concept. And nobody defined the thought yet. Why thought is a villain? Because it has a matter. It is proven by scientists. Almost. Someone says that it's a myth or whatever. Once you feel a thought, it gives a tangible movement in your body, right? Only matter and energy can do that. So this static mind and its nature is witnessing. Here you can play with all the emotions. So an emotionally intelligent person is a person who is able to flip it whenever he wants to. Now you are in the dynamic streams, flip to the static one. It's called EI. So when you are in a mess, flip it. You are in the balanced state. It's called EI. That is called intelligence. Got it? I'm not working on your intellect. What is intellect? Something contributed by the society. Someone of you are HR professional. That HR ideas are given by some system. If I work on it, to become a better HR person, you have to do this, that. That means I'm working on your intellect. Intelligence is innate, By birth, you have something. What I am trying to do is, I make you witness that. So you get another kind of feeling just out of these theories. Why? Because we are working on intelligence. So we can work in two ways. Work on intellect, work on intelligence. You have a set of concepts related to love. I can work on it. So I am a date master. I will teach you how to date. What I am doing is, I am working on your intellect, which is a knowledge related to love. If I am working on intelligence, that is different. You got me? So most of the people in the world working on your intellect. If it is incomplete, if it is a effect management system, you will be back to your old scenario very soon. But if you are working on intelligence, you are moving forward from one step to another. You got my point? So whenever you witness, you can see no thought exists, but one thought exists, which is called static nature of the mind. When you are in the dynamic stage, you play with all the emotions. Got it? So I taught you, cut it off. Slide up. Yeah. I taught you very important lessons. What is attention? What is respect? If you are respected, the consequence is love. I taught you what is synthesis, analysis, and important processes and alignments. Synthesis of the mind, of the thoughts. Got it? So now you ask yourself, do I have any problem or trauma or emotional insecurities? You may not find anything, because only with analysis, separation, disintegration, you can play with it. Now the synthesis happens means nobody can touch your emotional realm. This is just a beginning. And the application of all this is abundant in nature, less in number. The fundamental emotions we worked, which is called love and hate. And how psychosynthesis work with anger and sadness. That would be the last topic. After that, I will just give you the fundamental theory to eradicate inferiority complex. Then I will wind up. Okay, synthesis. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു ലവും ഹെയ്റ്റും പറഞ്ഞു. ഇനി ഇതും കൂടി പഠിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കഴിഞ്ഞു. ആകെ 4 ഇമോഷൻസ് ആണ് നമ്മൾ മാനേജ് ചെയ്യാറ്. ഒന്ന് ലവ്, ഹെയ്റ്റ്, 2 ദേഷ്യം, സങ്കടം. ഇത്രയല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ ലൈഫിൽ. ലവും ഹെയ്റ്റും പറഞ്ഞു തന്നു. അത് കോൺസിക്വൻസ് ആണ്. ഇനി തോട്ട് ഡ്രിവൻ ആയിട്ടുള്ള 2 കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് ആങ്കറും സാഡ്നെസ്സും.